Hi everyone, this is DB Rayamajhi from BBC Global Education, Butwal Milanchuk and Tilotama Manigram. I am an English language and IELTS instructor. Today in this video, I am here with a special information about IELTS speaking part 2. So IELTS speaking part 2 is one of the very important parts of the entire speaking test. This is a bit different session in the sense that IELTS speaking part 2 is an independent long run session. This session lasts for 3 to 4 minutes, right? This is called an independent session because in this session the examiner does not ask you any kinds of questions, nor you have to answer any kind of questions. The examiner gives you a topic, and then you have to read the topic very carefully. You have to read all those questions on a topic and prepare a short speech and speak at least 1 to 2 minutes. Make sure that you have to prepare a short speech in a minute, because the examiner gives you a single minute to prepare your speech. You know, IELTS speaking part 2 requires some specific skills. If you want to get good score in this part of the speaking test, you have to be very careful about some aspects. The first thing is that you have to prepare an entire speech. You should not just prepare the opening part of the speech. You know, I have experienced several times that many students, they get ready. They say that they are ready even just before 1 minute. Dear students, it's not a good idea. At least you should take full time to prepare an entire speech so that you can speak confidently. So this is also called plan, prepare and speak session. There are certain steps in which you have to follow. Plan, prepare and speak. So I would like to suggest you some ideas how you can start your speech, how you can initiate your speech. There are certain ways how you can start. How you start may be different from the individuals to individuals, but at least if you could start with some initiatives like I'm going to talk about, or I would like to talk about, or I would like to take this opportunity to talk about this particular topic. For example, I would like to talk about a scientific development which has really benefited mankind. So you can use different types of relative clauses. If you're talking about an object, then definitely you can use which relative clause. If you are talking about a place maybe, or something related to place, then you can use I would like to talk about a city where or which. If you're talking about a person, maybe someone who you know well, then I would like to talk about romance. I would like to talk about someone who. So it's very important for you to use different relative pronouns here. And it's also very important to remember a few things when we prepare IELTS speaking part 2. Number one, as soon as you get the cue card, please read the whole topic. Read the topic from top to bottom, right? And once you read all the questions along with the topic, whole topic, please form an idea about the topic, on which you can talk at least up to 2 minutes, right? It's very much important for you to form an idea on which you can talk at least 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, the most important thing that students have to consider while delivering a speech in speaking part 2 is the tenses. So think what tenses you'll have to use, whether you'll have to speak in a present tenses or past or future, or sometimes the topic might ask you to speak in mixed tenses like present, past, future, or sometimes the topic might ask you to speak present and past, or past and present and future. So it's very important for you to identify or discover the tenses that you are supposed to speak in this part. So please prepare your ideas for whole topic, for a whole talk, not just the opening, because I have seen a lot of students, they just prepare very little and then they start speaking, but while they are speaking, they again just stop and again want to see back again, which is of course not a good idea. Breaking the chain of speech is not a good idea in IELTS speaking part 2. The most important aspect of speaking part 2 are these components. You can see fluency, pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary. The examiner is going to see how you present your speech. It's very important for you to speak non-stop on that topic. If you make longer gaps while expressing your ideas on that particular topic, maybe the examiner is not happy with your speech and you lose your scores. Similarly, pronunciation is also another important aspect of this part, because the accent you speak really matters a lot. Accent is not all in all, but it's really a beauty of your speech, right? Your nasalization, the stress you put in words and the sentences really matter, and the type of accent, your sound quality. Some students have very low and a very tiny voice, very thin voice, which of course is not good. The examiner wants you to speak as loudly as possible. Another important is grammar. As I said, you have to be very careful about the types of the tenses that you will be using in speaking part 2. So grammar is also another important factor. So if you can use a wide range of grammatic structures and express your ideas on that particular topic using different types of linkers, for example, because of, although, even though, in spite of the fact that, therefore, as a result, consequently, so that many types of linking devices if you use in your speech, that is really wonderful, and of course the examiner likes your speech. And another important part is vocabulary. Definitely the types of the wide range of vocabularies that you bring into use while speaking in part 2 really does matter a lot. It can give a better impression to the examiner. Therefore, if it is possible for you, try to bring a wide range of vocabularies in that particular topic, so that the examiner will be happier to assign you better scores. Dear students, this part is very nice. And another important thing, many students feel much nervous. This fever, sometimes I find some students being so nervous. The most important thing is for you is not to have any kind of nervousness because you must be well prepared and present your ideas in front of the examiner without any kind of nervousness. And another important aspect other than the content is that you should have consistent eye contact with the examiner, right? If you lose the eye contact with the examiner, like maybe you look somewhere other places, not just into the eyes of the examiner, if you're losing to contact, if you're failing to have eye contact with the examiner, that doesn't sound good. Okay, so make sure that you have consistent eye contact with the examiner. And another thing is, please do not bow your head down, or some students even just hold a pen and just they have some kind of phobias, like maybe they anonymously they try to hold or play with a piece of paper or maybe a pen. So these kinds of activities also force you to lose your scores. Therefore, please be more confident, have more confidence, and just give a speech. So imagine yourself that you are having a casual conversation with any of your friends or any of the persons. Just think it's quite similar to having usual conversation. If you can do at least these things what I just shared, I hope you can get a better scores and you can better prepare, better plan, and better speak in speaking part 2. In my next video, I will come with IELTS speaking part 3. Please keep on watching my English videos and get the utmost benefit. Thank you. Have a great day.